Hello and welcome to Stockton Junction. Today I'm just going to be going through a quick video on installing the peco dummy point motors. Obviously not everyone will know exactly the best way to install them. Well, this is my way of installing them, might not be the best way, but it's a good way of doing them. Overcoming a couple of issues that I've noticed as well, which I'll show you. So here's some of my point motors anyway that I've painted, weathered, all looking slightly different amounts of weathering, etc. So don't want them looking uniform around the whole layout. It would look a bit silly. Basically what we're going to do, I'm going to install one here. I'm going to get my little tripod out, so bear with me a second please. Hopefully this will allow me to get a better view on the area that we're going to be working on. So I'm going to be working on this point here, this one. So the first thing when installing these point motors that you need to be aware of is which way round they go. They can, obviously you get it like so. It doesn't tell you which way to install it. After a bit of research, I found that put it this way, with the larger end here pointing towards the where the point is. So either side, wherever you want to put it, is fine, but obviously making sure that the larger end where I'm holding it is the end that you put facing the point. So the first thing that you might notice when with a point like this is you've got these very large these bars here with the holes in. They're designed obviously for the peco point motors that sit underneath and clip into these holes. The first thing is that I don't want these, as you look along here, they stick out. They don't look great, so we're going to get rid of those. We're also going to get rid of these bars either side. So what I'm going to do is push the point one way and very gently I'm just going to cut away this side tie bar, because I have seat point motors underneath. I don't need these there. So that's one gone. Flick the point back the other way, and that one's gone as well. And as you can see, they don't impede now. So the next job, I'm just literally going to cut these little pieces off. Like so. Just so that as you look down the track, they're all flush. It gives a much better view on it for that way. So the next thing I have noticed is a lot of people will glue these on the top here like so, which is fine, except it leaves quite a large gap here underneath, which is a bit hard to see at this angle. But what I've found is that when you do that, ballasting is such, like as you can see, I've got these here. So when you've got, I've got a little piece here, but when you've got the cable trunking here, and this is sitting all the way up there, it's actually sitting, if I was to show you, up above the cable trunking up here like that. So that means that when I fill this with ballast, there's going to be a great big mound between there and there. It doesn't look good. In fact, I had already put a couple in like that, and I've decided that it's not looking good at all. So what I've done, get a little bit of cork, and I've just cut it, some little chunks of cork. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to put a bit of blob of glue there, fit this level with the two tie bars. Don't worry about the excess glue because I'll be ballasting around there later on. Actually, obviously making mistakes on video is when you're doing it live is obviously or not live, but when you're videoing without planning it, I've put it on the wrong side. Not a problem, because obviously my wires are coming over here, going to come through here, cable trunking up to here for this point motor. So obviously when you're fitting point motors, if you are going to be putting in all the cable trunking, as you can see there, I've got, it comes across from here, which is the main one, which will carry on here where I've drawn the lines. Have a wire going through there, through to this one here. This one here will go off down to another point further down the track. This one will have a piece coming to about there, and to service this point motor here. I will do another video actually within the next few days, hopefully, on making the scale model scenery cable trunking. It's very good kit. It's a bit fiddly and it's a bit tricky, but it's quite easy to do. Obviously, if you see somebody else doing it, it might encourage you to actually give it a go and put the extra detailing into your layout. I don't know. Right, so the next job is to actually fit the point motor. So I've got myself a bit of super glue, which is all I'm going to do is put some super glue on top, blobs there on the cork, a little bit on top of the cork. Obviously keeping anything away from the moving part. And then obviously you pick a suitable point motor. I'm just going to sit it there like that. I believe some people put them in there like that way, but I'm going to stick it on the end there. It looks good enough. And then that little piece of plastic that does come out past there, I don't want to trim it too short on this side. This tie bar, it doesn't interfere with the point motor itself, with the dummy point motor, sorry. And there you go. That's my points in action. The double point set up to be, so both of those points throw with one switch. So if I'm either running on a straight line or crossover. And as you can see, I've started to put in some of the other dummy point motors. There's one there for that point with a little junction box exit here, so that I can feed some wiring in from there to there, because the wiring, I noticed, always comes into this end. So when I do fill this up with the ballast, I'm just going to take the tripod off a second again. It's not easy to do. As you can see, it doesn't sit too high up, but if I bring this over here and stick that up on top, it would go sit right up here, much higher than a piece of the cable trunking. Sorry, I'm trying to, you see, the difference, than rather than sitting it down here flush level with the sleepers. I do notice that in the real life pictures they do sit on the sleepers, but when they sit on the sleepers, they're actually no higher than the rail head. If you put them on the sleepers here, they're twice as high as the rail head. As you can see, it sticks right up. So the way I'm doing it, instead of it being up here like so, it's sitting down here, and it's a much more prototypical look for the height of what it should actually really be. So that's how I'm installing them. I think they look reasonably good. I shall obviously, when I get to it, I'll show a later video of the wiring in place once I get to that stage, but the wiring I won't put in until I've done ballasting, as it will just sit on the top of the ballast anyway, so it's probably much easier to do. So this is the cable trunking that I've been using from Scale Model Scenery. It is good, and as I said, that's what you get, but I will do a video on how to make it coming up hopefully in the very near future, and that is the code number LX035 if you want to have a look at ordering any. It does look good. I personally like to paint it up, but we'll go into that on the next video when I start to show you how to build those, and a few tweaks to make them look a bit better than in my own way as well. So, but that's it for this video. It's just a quick one. I've been doing a lot in the loft at the moment, mostly track work on the lower levels and wiring, so haven't done an awful lot of scenic stuff at the moment, but hopefully you found that of interest, and well, feel free to add any comments. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. Bye.